end users because they've already signed off on their apps. They're just going to get a brand new machine or a brand new operating system, and their apps are going to work because they've all been signed off already. So some people like to do a big bang approach, get all the apps ready first and tested, then they'll start the actual migration of getting people onto the system. But how it's been run at Morgan on Windows 7 was exactly that. They did it all up front, and then they did it separately, the migration side. But this time around on Windows 10, it's a parallel run. So we're trying to get apps done just in time, ready for one department or division to go, and then we're straight bang on another set of apps for another department or division. But whilst we're doing apps for a department and a division, like as an example, human resources, then we look at corporate services, then investment banking. Once we've got them 3 divisions done, it's actually helped get another 3 or 4 other department divisions ready because they use a very similar set of apps. They're reusing a lot of the apps we've got ready for one. So when you're parallel running it, you end up getting to your critical mass of all the other divisions being ready when you're
Much
parallel.
faster. Yeah.
But it's a very interesting concept. A lot of companies like to do the whole thing up front, and then they'll tackle the migration bit separate. And just by virtue of how it's run at Morgan at the minute, we're having to parallel run because we're trying to cram everything into next year, and we're only 40% way through the apps. We've got 30% in sort of a UAT state and another 30% not even started. We're having to parallel run, because they want divisions to go this year to get some numbers on the board. So it's a great blog to write about, actually, to say, what is your strategy to get your users over the line? Are you going to go big bang approach and get your apps ready first and then migrate? Or are you going to get your apps ready just in time and migrate just in time? It's a great article to write about because it really stirs the thoughts of people's heads.
So you mean as a separate article?
Yeah.
Not as an example. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a great one to write that.
Well, you can even take this a little further. If you have a tool like Jariba, now you're able to actually have a look and say, all right, which ones are the low-hanging fruit, and which one can I get massive people on green? You know, I tackle those. I prioritize my applications, and you can. Yeah.
So some people might like the fact of doing all their apps first, so they can actually see, and halfway through 1 year doing their apps, they can see which divisions light up quicker because the way the apps have been done, or do you need to prioritize your apps based upon the reverse way, looking at what users in a division have a certain set of apps, then you just go after them, and in virtue of getting those apps done, you're parallel getting. So it's actually packaging and testing. It's the whole. Yeah. It's that management, the whole app management bit actually. But you've got it here anyway. Big bang versus parallel versus prioritize. That's exactly it. But it is on the minds of so many people out there at the minute. I would say is that they've probably started one route and they might be thinking to change to a different way of doing it. I've had this exact argument just as a high level. I've been told that I need to get every single app to 80%, every division department, so that's all apps, 6,000 apps, I need to get 80% of them ready before they can start migrating. And I've had a massive argument in at Morgan Stanley, and I've said, you cannot expect that. We're never going to get 80% done.
You're never, ever going to be done, period.
No. So we've had to parallel run it. So I've said, I will get 80% of your top 4 divisions ready, which equate to like 16 to 1800 apps, and there's like 500 to go. We'll get them ready, then you can do the first 4 divisions, then we'll look at the next tranche, the next 4 divisions, and they'll already be 40% ready by virtue of the fact we got your other lot ready. So, the whole parallel running works for some orgs if you're a massive organisation, because you'd never be able to get all your apps done up front if you're a big organisation. As an example, JP Morgan, Citigroup, Barclays, Credit Suisse, all these companies will never get their apps done up front first. They have to parallel run. And then it's the challenges around parallel running. It's a great topic in people's minds at the minute, this one.
Wouldn't it make more sense though to company-wide have a look and see, okay, there have to be a few apps that company-wide every single like Office, every single person uses.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there
those.
Yeah, this is another little gem actually. and it goes hand in hand with